Yo guys, what is up? It is Heaven11 here today, bringing you episode 2 of the PSG Youth Academy rebuild. We're picking up exactly where we left off here. We're gonna sim up to the Coupe de la Ligue trophy game. We already have an offer in here for Akpan. We'll block all the offers for now. I don't think I want to get rid of anyone for sure this year. Next year, start of the year, we can kind of see what we need to do to free up squad space and whatever. But hopefully not get absolutely murdered in this game, especially being at home to make up for how it went last time out. But we'll find out here very soon. I don't know how to feel about this game because, we did get battered in our last game, so I don't want to repeat that, obviously, but there's not a lot that I can honestly be too, fussed about because we're by far the worst team in the league and have hardly any really solid players, so we're passing a lot. This game is what I'm going to go for, is just get as many quick touches on the ball as possible and try and turn it over as few times as possible, so that way we can really limit anything that comes at us. Good little run in, but doesn't get on the end of it, but they turn it over and the cross gets blocked, so we get a corner out of that. Definitely wasn't a good chance to begin with, but we'll see what we can come up with here. Maybe we get... Nope, never mind. We don't get any sort of luck or bounce off of that, so... I'm trying to flick it into Spenhigh there from Popescu, but he gets the turnover, doesn't get a shot off, and Spenhigh gets a volley off, but just as equally as poor as probably getting it blocked. So... into an attacking chance, but that is all from the first half. Hardly any trouble attacking and hardly any trouble on defense. I think we're definitely more the attacking side because we can check the match facts here. It might not show it, but we've definitely had more zone time than they have, so you just gotta kind of take my word and editing sense for it that we are definitely more on the attacking foot than Ajaccio, a butchered French word. Ooh, and we find a good through ball here into Popescu. Zero pace and apparently no weak foot, so that goes out for a goal kick, and we gotta start getting some seriously talented talent, I guess, because we're right now dealing with the bottom of the barrel stuff. And it's not working, to say the least, but we find a chance in here, and we do indeed bury this one with Spenhigh. I think Popescu gave him a layoff there or whatever, found a way to bury that one in the bottom corner there. And if anyone wants to leave a good backstory for him in the comments, feel free to do so. I'd be very intrigued to see what someone has to say on the background of Saul Spenhigh. Oh, that's a bit unfortunate there. They get a good cross in, and Castell isn't picking up the man running in behind him, and creeps in front of him, and he's got a volley from the 6-yard line, and there's nothing Christensen was gonna do about that. So it's back to the drawing board on trying to get a second goal here and whatnot, because I wouldn't be against going decently far in this tournament just to get extra games or whatever, and so we can grow our players and whatever. So man, oh man, do we need someone with some pace and someone with some stamina, because right now more than half the team is dead going into this 86th minute, and well, it's not looking too good. Yeah, we'll make that substitution. But now we're just left with a goalie for a substitute, and in all honesty, I don't know if I really want to put a goalie out there in the middle of a pretty close game and put him out there to play outfield as his first game with the squad. So we'll see what it comes down to. I don't know if this competition goes straight to pens or if there's extra time or not. So that's something we'll find out here. If we... Oh, no. Okay, I was going to say if we don't score here, but we fluff the pass, and so it is over for full time. And yeah, they were probably the better team in that second half. I'll give them that. And it does go straight to pens. All right, we'll roll with this. I was looking at finishing as their penalty ability, so I was getting a little thrown off there, so I had to reorder it a bit and whatnot. And Popescu slots that one home. It was pretty tidy pen there, and now it's up to Christensen, and they miss. Babayaro, he read that one. And Christensen, he's gone the right way twice. And we sent him the wrong way. So now we're 2-0 up. And that was a pretty good pen. I don't blame Christensen for missing that one. And a good slot home there. It's 3-1, and now it's up to Christensen. We save this, we are through. And they just straight up missed, so we are through 3-1 on pens. Despite the team's terrible ability on paper to apparently score pens, we do indeed go through. Christensen, he was pretty good in the pens. I mean, he didn't necessarily save any, but he went we guessed the right way and whatever, so they really like that left side. They shot all 4 of their penalties on that left side, so maybe we look into just diving on the left side here with our goalie next time. But Laurent gets his Coupe de la Ligue debut win, and now we will check out the player ratings and then hop into our man of the match. Alright, so my man of the match I'm going to give to Spenhigh because he got the goal, which was the all-important goal, and it was the first one that we got in the match. Popescu did get the assist on it, and Christensen did have a good penalties performance and whatever, but gotta give it up to Spenhigh for getting that goal, and I'm pretty sure he did score his pen that he took, if he did take one, so there's also that, which we'll give him the man of the match for that. Thoughts on the match? Fully deserved. We'll stick with the confident roll on that one, and then do we think it would be decided on penalties? We fight to the end, clearly. I mean, we stuck it through the penalties, even though our team had we topped out at a 60 penalty and 40-something finishing. So the goal scorer was one of the best players on the other team. How did we do it? And played our game. And that is all for that. Thank you. We are gone, and we will jump into the next game here against Auxerre, something like that. And we will start simming ahead here. I'll try and get it so we can get the training in the day before, and we do. Maybe someone will go up in the next round. Here we'll go clear these messages. Prize money and suspension over. But Basically now we'll just I'll check the calendar here. I'll sim through transfer deadline day, and then we'll get the scouting report, and then we'll end there, and then we'll play these 3 games in the next episode. I think 3 games an episode should be pretty solid, so we'll play this game here against Auxerre. I don't know, but we're gonna play the game, and hopefully we can come away with an away win here to keep up the good momentum we had off this last game. And they start off with the kickoff here, and we're hoping to I'll try and play this like how I played the last game, where we go for lots of passing and minimize our turnovers when we can and whatnot. We do get the ball back, and he takes a banging shot, fires it in the top corner, and Popescu, he's on a bit of a roll here. I don't mind playing with him up front there with Spenhai. I think he's definitely the stronger of the two. The defender bobbles it around, and Popescu runs in, makes the challenge, and runs right through, and well, the other guy didn't close him down, and so he rifles that shot top corner, and we end up with another good goal. And now we've got a bit of a lead here, and it's a bit early to start saying, let's not choke it or whatever, but hopefully we can add a couple more and keep them out. Maybe we can go for a good clean sheet as well. So far we're defending pretty solidly. They're not breaking us down and getting like a good initial chance. They might get like a couple bobbling rebounds and whatever, but they're not getting, see like that, they're not getting good first shots off and whatever, so there is a positive there. Popescu with another chance here. He's really creating his own chances and finishing them off here today. He gets another good challenge in, and the midfield, and just kind of runs it in, rifles in a shot, and another top right hand corner shot that beats the keeper. And I mean, it was a good distance out. He was probably right at the line of the 18-yard box by the time it came off. And well, now we've doubled our lead here, and we're looking the better side for sure. Hopefully we can add a couple more for sure. And at least if we don't, hold on to the lead and don't choke away a pretty valuable 3 points here to stay atop the bottom 3. Rakpan with a good chance here. Popescu gets around him, going for the hat trick, and he just puts it wide. I really thought he put it in there. I guess in the end he was a bit more wide out than I thought he was, but he nearly had a first half hat trick there for us, and it would have been a good way to end the first half with another goal in the back of the net, but we'll hopefully just take it into break at 2-0, and 2-0, and we will keep on playing like this. I really don't have much more to say. We're playing pretty solid defensively, and we're good going forward, and Dagerdan Christensen is holding his own in the net. I mean, it's definitely been a counter-attacking game, don't get that wrong, but we're going to be able to play that system, then let's go for it. So maybe in the second half we go for a bit more control on the tempo, so we're not just defending all the time, and can take the matters into our own hands here a bit more. They're coming across there, and well, a pretty poorly missed header there, but their player overran the run, and now we're still defending the aftermath here, and they break through, and they do indeed slot it home. I don't know if I can complain much there. We kind of fumbled around there and gave him the chance after we didn't really have a good clearance, but hopefully it doesn't come back to bite us that we gave them a goal here. But Castell breaks it down, but the clearance isn't good enough, and they're still lurking, but the other Castell breaks this one down, but turns it over again. And another failed clearance, but it rings off the corner of the goal, and Dagger Dan picks it up, and maybe we can turn this into a good counterattack, because Deshpond is running down the wing here. Popescu or Spenhai, I think that's Spenhai, slots it in, and we double our lead again. A good little counterattack there, and forcing the change again. A nice cross, and he coolly finishes with a meg on the goalie, and Saul Spenhai has slotted in his second goal in 2 games, and Popescu's got 2 in this game alone, so our strikers are putting in a good shift. Hopefully we can try and get wingers and a midfielder who can start scoring as well, just to not have to rely on them all the time. Popescu finds Spenhai, who dishes it over for a sweaty finish here to close it out. 4-1 now, as Ubogu slots it in. We tried to play it safe there just because I know finishing isn't our necessarily strong suit, so why chance it when you can go for that? So we're just sharing the wealth, and should be able to close out this game. 4-1 victors on the road, which is always good. And then we've got one more game, and then we just sort of sim the whole week after, and we got our next scouting report in, and there's the full-time whistle. 4-1, a good result, definitely. We did what we wanted to do, which was close out the second half and play a bit more our tempo. But gotta go through the ratings here and get the man of the match. Alright, so without a doubt my man of the match is Popescu. 2 goals and no assist, but definitely put in a good shift for himself there. And one man of the match in game, so I don't see any reason to deny him. He got a brace and had a pass to and an assist on the last goal, so well deserved for him. And we get into this meeting, the press interview here. Was Popescu the hero? Any thoughts? Impressive from him, for sure. Crushing blow. Should they be wary again when playing against you again? They definitely should. Where are the mighty PSG? We're back on the rise. You gotta look out for us, of course. Do you think we could have gone the other way? Heck no. I don't think we could have necessarily scored more, but we definitely didn't let them into the game. So That is all. One more game to go here. 4 points in 4 games. Not terrible. And we're at home here for this last game. I just want to see quickly where they're at in the table. They are in first, undefeated. So let's put on a good performance here. It is at home. There is a bit on the line. We're rocking a pretty full lineup here for what we usually have, and then we'll get another scouting report in and hopefully just have a few more depth players in here for us, and then we can hopefully end off this episode having won all 3 games. But let's just move on into the game and stop waffling over here. Here we are for the site of the last game here today. Hopefully another resounding, well, we won't say resounding win. We'll just say a solid performance that ends in a win. Especially given that they are top of the table, undefeated so far. Let's see if we can bounce on them quick here. Popescu got a chance, didn't necessarily hit it as well as he would have hoped, but a good looking start when we break through first. They just sort of pass it around the edge of the area and they thread one through ball through, and we don't make a step on any of the previous passes, and they just slot it in. Take an early lead on us. It's just pretty poor, but they are top of the table and we are pretty bad in our own right, so. And we lose it just like that. They capitalize and they finish. And they're now 2-0 up here before the end of the first half. Just a terrible giveaway and terrible marking, and they just, no challenge on that. He just got a literally stick out a foot and that was going in basically. So a dreadful first half. Can't come to an end soon enough for us here. We've not been attacking at all since that first shot from Popescu in the 4th minute, and well, I don't see where our second shot's gonna come from, so we might just have to go for damage control on this one because it's not looking real pretty. Good move there. And Ubogu rings it off the post. Not what you want to have happen there. It's just bad fortune, and well, it's just been our sort of luck right now. Spenhigh gets a good chance off there. I didn't think he had the legs at all to get there, so very fortunate that he did. It gets us a corner late on here, and although I'm not too hopeful for it, it is a chance to draw something out of this, and it was a good chance. The guy on the line had to clear it, but in all honesty, I think this game is pretty much done on our end. And they should be getting one more chance in here if we don't get a tackle in, which has been there it goes. Anyways, we fall here to VAFC 2-0 at home. We don't end the episode getting the 3 straight wins, but we will end off by getting to see our youth squad reports here one more time and hopefully promote a couple of guys up so we can fill out all of the subs and reserves. Get a couple in there at least. And I just realized I didn't go look at the player ratings or give my man of the match, but I'd say my man of the match would probably go to, yeah, I'd say it's Ubogu just because he Had the one chance. He did ring it off the post, but it was our best chance of the game, and all the center backs were pretty, it just sort of, they did enough to not let in a ton, but they didn't do enough to warrant anything, and I don't think the strikers did much either for their sake. So we'll say that it rightfully goes to Ubogu, and then now we can check our monthly reports here. We've got Okocha's. I don't want to bring in anyone that's like that low. And another Ubogu and Adabola. Next we've got Weah's. And Weah found us Olivier Lecomte. 1.2 million evaluation. He'll definitely fit right in. He looks like he could be left back. We'll bring in those two. We'll leave Moreau there. And we can go to Ypres and see if we've got any crazy good looking goalies. So I'll bring in Broyne, and then we can reject anyone under 45 just because there's no way, and then we can reject anyone with under at least 80-ish potential. So there is that. Now we can go look at the squad report here. We need Rodrigo to get in here. We've got another striker here we can promote. Fabien Barbier. Conta 65, we'll promote him, the center mid. Ubogu, a striker, Adabola for center mid. And then we can promote these two guys for subs. We can get rid of him because he's got hardly any potential. And we'll do one more thing of training, and then we can call it there for the episode. As Spenhai he gets up to a 55 now. And also, before we go, I thought of what our objective should be. It will be to avoid a finish in the bottom 5. So we have to finish 15th or above, otherwise we will spin a wheel with random forfeits on it at the end of the year if we do fail to do it. And so staying above the bottom 5 is the challenge for us in this first season, and that's been all. So I'll see you guys in the next episode, and